because last night I did a YouTube video, or I thought I was doing a YouTube video. I thought I was going live. It didn't work, and I didn't record it. And so it just got lost. So I have to do the whole thing over. The only thing is I did a small unboxing in that video, and all the packaging and wrapping is off now, but I have it, the thing that I'm going to unbox, back in the box like it was. It just doesn't have the wrapping around it. So forgive me. So, what I want to talk about today is the compact microphone wars. That's right, the compact microphone wars. These wars are ranging anywhere from 700 to $99. So, and these are really good competitors. I mean, good competitors. Now, I say my top five would be Sennheiser, Shure, Rode, DJI, and Hollyland. Not in that particular order, but those are my top five. Now, when I say ranging from anywhere from 700 to $99, I mean that you can pick up a compact microphone set from anywhere from 700 to $99. One not really being a set, but it could be part of a set. So let me explain myself. I've been working with microphones like all the time that I've been doing this for over 15 years. So I know that a actual video or YouTube video or a sound video of any type, it's not just the video that's important, it's also the audio. If you could have the best video in the world, but if your audio sucks, people won't watch it. Therefore, you have to find a comfortable set of mic sets that'll work for you. Now, for years, I've been going with Ceramonic because Ceramonic was the cheapest brand, it was good quality, I had no problems on it until DJI came out with the DJI mic set. Now, at the time, I was planning on getting a set of Rode uh, Go wireless microphones because they had a really rich sound. They were really cool. I really liked them. But when DJI came out with the DJI mic set, I was like, let me check these out. So they sounded almost the same as the Rode. The Rode had a richer sound to it, but that wasn't the case. So I went ahead and I went ahead and said, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the DJI mic set. So I got the original DJI mic set. I don't have it here on the table with me because it, for this video, I crowded the table full of stuff, but I need a small place to do an overhead so when I undo my boxing. But I originally got the DJI mic set. Now, before I got that DJI mic set, I was working with the Ceramonic Blink 500 set. Came in this nice on pouch. So you unzip the pouch, and inside the pouch, there's the nice recharger case. And when you open the case, it comes with a receiver and two transmitters, microphone transmitters. And they're pretty good. When you take them out, they automatically start charging when you put them back in. You can see them lighten up, and you can see them where the charge indicators are going because it thinks that I took them out to use them. They were pretty good. They weren't the best, but they were really good. You can't adjust anything on them. All you could do is bring the volume up and down, and that's about it. But they're kind of a big size if you look at them. They're kind of a big size, but they're not as big and bulky as the original block mics or the block wireless mic sets that I had from Ceramonic that were kind of like the regular Sennheiser block mic sets. So they kept coming down on these. So they had the Blink. I had the original Blinks, but I gave those away. But they had the Blink 500s. Then these are the Blink 500 Pros, and now they have the Blink 900s and they have the Blink ME. So they got better in quality. I haven't tested out the Blink MEs. I really would like to them because they're like a button like this one, but they're a bigger button and you can actually put pictures on them, like lighted pictures on them, so you could advertise you on it. Now those are running about $249 for the set, and it has a transmitter and or it has two transmitters and one receiver, and it can be plugged up to your um, camera or your video equipment, just like these. This can go onto your video equipment. It has a This is the actual receiver. On the top, it has a I don't know if you can see it real quick, but on the top you see right here is the out to the camera, and this is your earphone out. So, excuse me for looking at my monitor, but I get a better picture than looking at the camera screen. So then this is the actual transmitter or the microphone. It has a, regular in or regular microphone right here on top, and it has a 3.5 millimeter jack so that you could plug a lav mic into it. Now, Surmonic has really good lav mics. Um, this is one of the lav mics. It's a really nice lav mic, plugs right in. What's really cool about these lav mics is they're $26. They're omnidirectional, and you can buy them separately, and they work with the DJI mics perfectly. Really good sound. Everything's great with it. So I got my DJI mic set, but I kept working with it because I needed an interview mic, and the Surmonic provided an interview mic handle. Now, this handle has a charging port on it, so you could actually charge this and charge the actual transmitter, and you get double the time. So what you do is you put the transmitter on like this, and you've got like a handheld microphone. And if you push the power button on here, you'll see that it's actually sending power to the transmitter, which was cool. Now, what made it even better is it came with a cover. Now, I don't like the covers with the thing on it. It's got Surmonic on it, but the handle has Surmonic on it. I mean, the whole thing. So you can actually put a mic flag on it and advertise whatever company you want to advertise with, and it's pretty cool. I like this, so I used it for some of my interviewees to interview on when we were doing like red carpet interviews and stuff like that. So that's why I kept this mic set for so long. I love it. It was great. It was great until I got the DJI mic set. That started being my go-to mic set. Still, I would use these because the DJI mic set didn't have the handle. I would use these when I was doing like regular red carpet events, like I said before. But then came out the DJI Mic 2 set. Now, let's go back a little bit. When the DJI Mic kit came out, the DJI Go, or excuse me, the Rode Go, Wireless Go was out. They were both doing pretty much the same thing. The Rode had a richer quality, but they weren't really big as a difference. And then Rode came out with the 32-bit float. And I don't know how many of you guys know about 32-bit float, but what 32-bit float does is it allows you to take high levels and bring them down so they don't peak. And when I say peak, it's like when they clip and cut off at the top. And then they could take low levels and bring them up so that you could hear them. So if you got two different people working the same two microphone sets, and one person speaks low and the other person speaks kind of high, you can in post, you can actually pull them down to match each other and make it a really good interview. So that 32-bit float was really kicking it when Rode came out. Plus their sound quality was good. Then all of a sudden, DJI came out with the Mic 2 set, which also has 32-bit float. But now let's talk price. Sennheiser has their own set of wireless mics, but they're compact, but they're not dual channel. So you can't get two mics on one receiver. You got to buy two receivers, one compact mic. And it runs about $700, somewhere in that price range. Shure has just come out with a set of compact mics, but those are $600. And DJI and Rode are in the 300 $349 to $399 price range. The Rogues cost more, but the Rogues come with lavalier mics. The DJI mics don't. But if you buy two of the Ceramonic lavalier mics, they're about $26 a piece, making it about $52. These are $349, making it about $300, $301. The same as the Rogue, mm, the Rogue Go Wireless Pros, that the Rogue 2 Go Wireless Pro, which are $399. So they still have a little bit of richer quality, but I do a lot of post editing on my videos, so the quality, I could bring the quality in and make them sound good too. The thing that I love about these is it comes in a small kit. The Rode Go Wireless 2 has two boxes, one for the accessories and one for the actual mics. You can download files on the Rode Go Wireless 2 from the box with the transmitters in the box. You can't do it with this. You have to do it individually. But what I really like about this is everything goes in this one case. So I'll take them out. This is a white lav. This white lav I ordered from Ceramonic. This is the cable, the 3.5 millimeter cable jack that goes from your transmitter or your receiver to your camera or whatever device you're using. This is the DJI lav mic, and I'll show you the difference between the two. That one's in black. This is the charging cable for your case. This is the case with everything in it. We'll open that up in a second. And they have these fuzzies or dead cats or whatever you want to call them, dead rat. I have one in white and I have one in a soft black color. Why do I have them like that? And why do I have a black and white lav mic? I'll tell you why. Because I have a black and white transmitter. Mostly I'm going to use these for weddings. So the white will go with the bride and the black will go with the groom, of course. And then here is the receiver. The receiver is pretty good. It has a pad mounted to go right onto your hot shoe or cold shoe jack for your camera. It has a little back plate in the back, which allows you to open this up so that you could put on a USB-C adapter or a lightning adapter, which both come in this kit for $349. And these can plug directly into, so it slides in on the back. You just follow the arrows. You'll hear a little click. And this can plug directly into your cell phone. So you could have the microphone actually on your cell phone as a receiver. Now, with that being said, this little screen can be operated with this wheel or with your fingers. Let me get it connected to something. Okay. So you can see it's actually connected to a microphone right now. And then I can actually change the settings on there manually by swiping the front of the screen, or I could turn the knob to change the setting that I want, clicking on the setting to make it come up. Okay. So that makes it really good. With the Rogue, you have to do a click sequence on the bottom of the Rogue. Also, this faces you wherever. If it's sitting on top of the camera, you can face it yourself to the back of the camera or to the front of the camera, so you could always see what's going on. With the Rogue, all of the information is on top because the Rogue mounts with the face going up. So if the camera's higher than you, you have to actually guess what's going on. So with that being said, I'm going to put this back in the case real quick. And this all fits in this charging case, just like I showed you before. Put the microphone back in there. So what does this have? This has 32-bit float. It has noise cancellation. It has the gain control. It has low cut filters. It has muting. It has auto recording, because each of these can do its own internal recording, just like the Rode will do its own recording. But you can plug straight into here with a USB-C and download your audio file straight to your computer. The Rode, you could do that too. You could do it one of two ways. You can download it from the receiver, but you have to go through a third-party app on the computer to download your files. With this, you just plug it up, they come up as a file, you drag them down, you're done. Has a nice little locking case. I really like this. It's pretty cool. Now, this whole kit that you just saw that comes in this case costs $349. Amazing. And the case does charge, and the charge will go to these receivers. So when the receivers go down, you just put them in the box and it'll charge in the case. So, let me show you how the dead cat goes on too. So I'm gonna take out the white one and I'm gonna pull this, which is the white one. And it just pops on. So that's it. To get the dead cat on, you just pop it on. Now let me go back to the Sermonics and show you how those pop on. They pop on kind of like the Rodes do. The Rode, it has the, you have to find it, twist it on and everything. So I'm gonna show you how that goes on real quick. Let me take this and put this down there. Trying to clear my table off a little bit too as I demonstrate each product. So bear with me. And there it is. So I'm gonna open back up the Saramonic again. And so the Saramonic clips on, the Rode twist on, which the DJI original mic does, but this dead mouse will clip. You got to find it. It will click on like that, but it pops off easy too. So to pop it off, it just pulls off. The Rode has a twist. The Rode and the DJI Wireless 1 have a twist on, and the Rode Wireless 2 Go 2 has a twist on also, but the DJI has a pop in that you just saw. So let me move on to my next one. So now, with all of that, oh, I forgot to mention, I got to get my, excuse me while I grab my other cape back on. I know that's not professional, me leaning over and everything, but forgive me. The other thing that I like about the DJI Mic 2 is because somebody, a third party, has gone online and made a microphone handle for it. So this is the microphone handle. It will support the DJI Wireless 1 and the 2. They sell them on Amazon. They're $36. They come with a flag, and they come with a wind suppressor or noise suppressor, or what do they call it? Mic hood. So all this does is it slides in with the magnet and goes right in. So now you have a microphone just like before. And you could put on your mic cover. And what this does is it actually helps with the wind sound. So it's a wind hood like, but it actually helps with strong pronunciation. So when you say P's and da, it actually cuts down that kind of spitting sound, if lack of a better word, on your actual broadcast. So that's why I went away, all the way away from the Saramonics now, because these have a much better thing. Plus I did a microphone comparison between the DJI and the Ceramic Blinks, and these beat them in the wind. As soon as I turned my back with the Ceramic Blink 500 Pros, it cut out. And with the DJI mics, I could go out about 200 feet, no problem, even with my back turned. So that's why these are my go-to mics. So you can see that I have a go-to mic. But you may ask yourself, so Mike, if those are your go-to mics, why are you wearing that mic? All right. So now let's go back to the price wars. With the DJI wireless mic, you can get the 2 transmitters, the receiver, the 2 dead cats, a connection cable, and a charging cable for $349. But DJI breaks it down even further. You can get the transmitter and the receiver by themselves. They come in a small pouch, but you have to charge them separately. But that runs $219. Or you can buy just the microphone transmitter for $99, which works out good because it can Bluetooth to your cell phone. Now, you do have to use a third-party app if you Bluetooth to your cell phone. I downloaded Blackmagic recording, and it's it's the bomb. It's really good. It's a free app. They ask for support like any other free app does. I support it because I love the way it works. You can go in and select your mic. You can actually, with the iPhone 13, 14, or 15, you can select the camera lens, the Pro Max. You could select the camera lens that you want to use, including the front or the other 3 lenses, and I forget what sizes they are, that are on these 3 cameras. I have the 14 and the 13. I use the 14 more for my video type stuff. The 13 is pretty much my personal phone. But that makes it really cool. You could hook the mic block on the back if you don't want to use the Bluetooth, and just use it for recording regular screen stuff with that block. But then I really didn't want to do that except for every once in a while. What I really wanted to do is just shoot straight and download it to my computer because I have a Mac. I have a Mac and a PC, but I have a Mac. And all I have to do is hit the AirDrop and boom. Now just bring it up in Final Cut and boom. So the thing that I was worried about is video quality or sound quality on my videos, and that's one of the reasons I stuck uh, with the DJI Mic 2 set. But if I'm doing a run and gun real quick, I don't really need that much in the video quality because I can use the mixer in Final Cut to clean up some of my sounds. And um, I might need some noise reduction, but that's when I came to my third decision, which is the number 5 on my little list, the Hollyland Lark M2s. So the Hollyland Lark M2s are really great. I'm wearing one right now. I'm doing this whole recording with the Hollyland uh, M2 on, Hollyland Lark M2 on, because I just wanted you guys to hear it. But here's the other thing about this. This set is $179 for a full blown set. You get the receiver, the microphone, or you get 2 transmitters, a receiver, a charging case, kind of like the DJI, and everybody's kind of copying DJI, but this is a really good brand, the Hollyland. And you get a little pin push in for your Lightning, or a push in for your USB-C for you Android users and the new iPhones, Apple iPhones that are coming out. So these are all separate things. So I wanted to try these out on my drones because I fly a lot of drones. And the new remote controls that are coming out for drones all have a USB-C in the bottom of them. So I said, let me see if this will work. So I took the Air 2S, the Mini 3 and the Mini 3 Pro, and the Mini 3 the Mini 2. Now I was gonna try to use these on um, my other controllers for my Inspire One and my Phantom 4, but I'm working those through a Crystal Sky receiver. So let's get into that. All right, so you have several remotes for the drones nowadays. Most of the drones come with the basic N1 receiver now. They used to all have their own controller, but now most of the drones come with the N1 controller. This is the most common controller. The N1 does have a USB charging right at the bottom, but it can also be used for updates, and you can use it for this microphone. So what I did is, since I have this one, that's my full kit, and I travel with this. It's really smaller than any of the other microphone sets, but I travel with this for quick references and quick talks. If I really want to do something really important or upscale, I use my mic 2 set. So I was like, you know what? I want one to fit in my to-go case for my drones. So I have an Air 2S in the Mini 2, and I had to go with a backwards compatibility on my Air 2S to the smart controller. And not a lot of these are being sold, but they still have them out there on the market from when it was flooded with the market, and now they're just trying to get rid of them. A lot of people don't get them because they're they don't use the new OcuSync. If you guys are aware what OcuSync is, when DJI first started, they were doing everything by Wi-Fi. Then they went to an intelligent mode, which was kind of like, I guess you could say, OcuSync 1. But then they went to OcuSync 2 with the Mavic Pro 2s and the Mavic 2 line. Then they went to OcuSync 3, and that came out with the Mavic 3, the Air 2Ss, and the Air 3s. So the only one out of that group that is backwards compatible is the Air 2S. So I can use this. Now, what's good about having a smart controller? Let's go over that real quick. If you're into drones, a smart controller or a pro controller will allow you to, well, not just the smart controller, but the RC controllers, because they have another new one, which is the RC controller. So they all have built-in monitors. The one thing about this is it doesn't have HDMI out, so I can't live stream to a secondary source. They do have live stream capabilities built into the controller itself, but I want to be able to go into my Yola box and live stream out of the Yola box. Therefore, I needed something that I could plug in there. But I also wanted to be able, getting back to the mics, get to be able to actually record live to this. So that's when I went with the Lark M2, because as you'll see, the actual receiver is really, really small. So when I put it on my Osmo 5 or my Osmo 3 and walk around with it, then I'm not really worried about overworking the motors because it's such a small attachment. I just need to make sure it's balanced out real good before I start. But it's also good for these remotes because I could plug it in, and as I'm flying, I could screen record to the remote, and then I could play it back. And anything that I said during that time that I was actually flying, like it might have been something important that I missed when I go back to actually do my editing, and all of a sudden I get it on the screen record. I'll just listen to the screen record and be like, "Oh yeah, that's what that was. Okay, great." And then I can put it in. Because sometimes I forget about some stuff. Um, so let me go to what I got for just for my remote. So, like I said, this is mine. This is the RC. This is the smart controller. I borrowed this one because I borrowed the actual drone set, which is the um, Mini 3 Pro, and this is a friend of mine's, Torres, and this is mine because it actually came with the drones originally. So I bought the smart controller separately. So then I went, and let's go take a look at this. I went and got this. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 USB-C kit. So let's go over it. They sell these kits in 3 different kinds. The first one is the full bundle, which has the USB-C, a lightning adapter, and the actual receiver. And it comes in a full bundle, and it's $179 or $178 on Amazon. They sell this one, which is the USB-C, for $139, and they sell the lightning for kit that's just like this one for $149. So this is really cheap. Mind you, the DJI mic and receiver are $219. So this is what you get. Now, like I said, I unboxed this previously thinking that I was showing it online, but it wasn't. So bear with me. The box is open, of course, and you get first this with the instruction booklets, a few other things, and some stickers. Now, you may go, I'm not going to use those stickers. They look funny. I got funny faces, and on the back side, I got different color faces. But on the inside, you have a black and white label to cover the label on the actual microphone. Oh, let's put that back in there. And you have the instruction booklet and everything in here too. So that's what comes on top of the box. Then you have the actual case. Bear with me, it's hard to get it out of there. But you have the actual case. I'll take it off camera for a second. The actual case. And in the case, you see it's got the charger on the back, just like the other one. And in the case, you have the USB-C adapter, and you have 2 microphones. Now these microphones have a little yellow button on the side. That little yellow button is the on and off. It's also the start and stop recording. If you double click it, you can actually start and stop your camera recording from standing away from it. And you also hit it once really quick and it'll take it into noise reduction. Right now it's not paired up to anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these 2 pieces and I'm going to switch back to me. And here's that USB receiver, USB-C receiver, my phone. Oh, wrong phone. I needed the other one for it. Let's see if I got the other one. Yes, just a second. So that's what that looks like. So give me a second. I'll get the other one from my other kit. So this one right here is the receiver that goes to this. Plug it in and it automatically goes into pairing mode. Now, it's not going to pair because I'm actually on the receiver piece of this. So I'm going to take that back out. So now let's look at those. Sorry about that. Let's look at those remotes. So I'm going to look at my smart controller. Pull this over. Move this out of the way. And before I do that, I'm going to finish the unboxing first. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. But we go in here and underneath, there's a pouch. So we'll pull out that pouch and we'll move the box out of the way. All right, so here's the pouch. And in that pouch, you get a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. You get a dead cat. The one thing about this dead cat is it just doesn't lay on the top. It covers the whole mic. So when you have the mic out and you do this, it covers up the whole mic. So it looks like a big hairy beetle on your chest when you have it on there. So you have that. Then you have, I know black against black is not really cool. And then you have these, which are clips. So you can actually, instead of using the magnet, which is on the back of this, instead of using a magnet to lock it on, you can actually put it on a clip and clip it to yourself. Pretty cool. And the other one is, or the other little white bag that you're seeing right there, is an actual lanyard. It's still in the package. I can open the package right now. These all come in, these extra parts all come in packages. And this lanyard, you get 2 lanyards, and that one just pulled the magnet out. But you get 2 lanyards with the magnets on them, and you could take the magnet and take the other magnet off the back and click the magnet on, and you have a necklace that you can wear like a pendant. Okay. And that's everything that's in the kit. So now, let me pick up the rest of this stuff and move stuff around so I can bring in my smart controller. Now, there's my smart controller. I'm going to actually turn it on so you can see what it looks like. And it's booting up. And it's on. So now I can take this box, slide it up some, open it up, take this out, which is the USB-C, and plug it in the bottom here. And now, just like that, that goes into pairing mode. And when I pull this out and hold it close, you should see one of the lights go solid, which means it's paired to this now. Now all I have to do is connect that to a drone, and I can screen record by pulling that down and hit the screen record button, and everything that I say will be recorded onto the smart controller, which has in the top of it a SIM card, or not SIM card, but a SD card, which I could pull out and download it. So that's why I got this other set. And what am I doing? That's why I got this other set. And that's pretty much the rundown. Now, this set was the 139 set. The single DJI microphone, I really love it because I could pair it right to my phone. I can record off it, use it as a regular recording. These do not have any type of internal recording. I can get up to 8 hours of recording on it. I'm good with that. I can take it down. There's no way I'm going to record 8 hours. I might stack it up, but I'll probably have a time to sit down with my laptop or whatever and download those recordings. So, like I said, my two favorite kits right now, the DJI Mic 2 and the Lark M2. And this is the M2 also, but it's the smaller kit. And so I'm keeping this in my drone case. This one goes with me along with this one, depending on what kind of recording I want to do. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, just real quick review. The DJI mic alone, the transmitter alone, is $99. You can actually record with it because it's got an internal recorder. This is the black. It's got an internal recording. Let's see. You can see it's blinking now because it's trying to match up with something, but it's on. And if I hit the record button, it gives you a visual, or not a visual, but it gives you a sensation or feel. It actually buzzes a little bit. So I'm gonna hit the record and it buzzed. So you have a physical and visual because you can see the red light is on, which means I'm recording right now to this. It has a magnet, so you can put it on the magnet, or you could put it, or you could clip it on your shirt with the clip. Now, before I get off, I want to do this because everybody's been talking about this. So everybody likes the Rode Go 2s. They say they have a screw-in lavalier mic. Hey, that's cool. So I'm gonna bring out the lav mic from the DJI lav mic. So this is the DJI lav mic. It's $39, so it's about 40 bucks. It's an omnidirectional mic. Now, when I say omnidirectional and cardio, a cardio mic points to a direction. It gives you more of an input into the mic. Omnidirectional is out, but it will take the closest sound first to it. So let's say if I'm standing next to a jackhammer or something like that, if the jackhammer is louder than me, you're going to get it in the microphone, unless you use the noise cancellation, because the jackhammer is farther away from me, and that's going to give you less sound with the noise reduction. The only thing I don't like about noise reduction, and I usually try to do my noise reduction in post, and that's a whole nother video to show you how to do that, because in post, in like in Final Cut, you have a mixer and you have to go find what frequency the actual jackhammer is hitting at, and then lower that frequency without taking your voice out. So that's a whole another thing. But this right here is really good omnidirectional. One of the big things, like I just said, is they said, well, we have a locking device and it's really important if I'm recording somebody. And it is really important, because if your jack pulls out of your recording device or your transmission device, then you're going to lose that person's transmission and it's going to sound muffled, or you won't get any sound at all. So you have a turn-in type screw for the Go Wireless Pro. But what they're not telling you about the DJI mic is, one, it's at a 45-degree angle off center. But, and you can't see it from here, underneath the clip, there is a little groove cut out for the microphone wire itself to lock into. So when this is clipped onto you and that microphone, there is no way you can pull this out. It just won't come out unless you break the wire. So this is just as good as that twist in. And it's pretty good. But now you say, well, why did you say that the Saramonic was good? All right, I'll show you the Saramonic. So the Saramonic has a straight in lock piece. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn off my there you go. Turn off my, that was the beeping sound, was my controller. Saramonic goes in straight. It doesn't go in at a 45, but you can still route the wire underneath in that same channel to keep it from pulling out. So you get the same thing. Same thing. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I like it. I think they're a great mic set. As you can see, I'm prone for this one. I do like this one also because it's really good. I just don't like when you're wearing it, if you're out in the wind, you have to put that big dead cat on it. It looks like a dead caterpillar crawling across your shirt. But with everything, you have something. And like I said, it's up to you. You could spend $600 to $700 on the top of the line, best of the line, get it out and do it, and it'll do the same thing as the $349 set that DJI makes, or the $399 that Rode mic makes. My preference is the DJI mic 2 set and the Lark M2 set. Depending on the situation, I have those two sets. I have more mics, of course, but and I have more handheld mics also. But these are my two run and gun, get on the road and do what you need to do. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Well, that's it for this episode. I can go on and on for days, but of course I don't want to. But I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that subscribe button down there and click the bell so you get notified when I come out with a new video. Um, Once again, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and subscribe to this YouTube channel like I just asked you before. And we'll see you later on. I'm Mike of Photos by Mike, making life sound good. Let me try that again. I'm Mike of Photos by Mike, making life stand still one picture at a time. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you later.